We in the women's game have done some things this year. We'll go to our first version of an extended model where
Mhm.
we can now work with our players mid-July as opposed to August 1st. So we
Nice.
gain 2 weeks of preseason.
Mhm.
The season model has been decompressed by 2 weeks, I believe, and maybe it's three. So our final championship weekend is the same weekend as the men,
Okay.
and we start games a week there. So it must be 2 weeks.
Mhm.
So effectively, we can play all season on a 2-1, 2-1, 2-1 model
Okay.
all the way through the course of the season, which isn't unlike any professional sports model.
Yep.
Look at the Prem. I mean, you're playing a game every roughly 4 days. It's
Yep.
very similar to that. And some flexibility on the single game weeks to move it to a different date based on viewership, network obligations, et cetera, to still make sure our game is in the spotlight as it should be. So I like the new model that we're moving to. Um, while I think there's an opportunity in the spring to maybe get on national TV a little bit more, on the women's side, we're adding some things to do that. In 2027, we're going to have our first conference cup, which is the top four teams in each of the Power Four conferences
Oh, wow.
will play each other the first week of the season. So middle of August, when there is no football, really the only sport you're competing with is professional soccer or baseball at
Mhm.
that time. So Wednesday through Monday, you turn on any of the major networks, ESPN, FS1, Fox Sports, Big Ten Network. You can do that, and you're going to find a high level women's soccer match each night in a doubleheader format, Wednesday through Monday of
Wow.
opening week in 2027. So we've just committed. We'll be at BYU that weekend. So we'll open at BYU and play them on a Friday before we turn around on Monday and play Duke at BYU on national TV. So great spotlight for our game, continuing to draw better viewership. We just saw numbers for the Big Ten Network. Our numbers were up in viewership 295%
Oh,
for our
wow.
sport on the network this year over last year's gains. So this is a sport that keeps gaining a lot of momentum, and it takes people viewing, it takes people coming and watching. Uh, I'm kind of going off on a tangent here, but you got
That's
me
okay.
excited about.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, like that's what we're all trying to do is make it better for our players' body. We want to emulate the pro game as much as we can, um, but also understanding like we can't make blanket rules to be the same for Michigan State as they are for Alma College
Yep.
within that because of the different challenges that exist and what the different experiences are intended to be. Um, so there's a lot of challenges to that as well, Brooks. I
Yep.
think the ideal world is, you probably have a power four D1
Mhm.
model, you have a D2 model and a D3 model.
Yep.
Because I do think having worked in those environments, I mean, all those experiences are different with a
Mhm.
different value on the student part versus the athlete part versus the experience versus are they working towards a pro path or are they simply extending their youth career into college and having an experience as part of their college community? So, um, those would be my thoughts. I kind of went off topic for you a bit there, but I think there's a lot of value in what we're doing in our extended model while we're remaining in the first semester, which should clean up the transfer portal stuff a little bit and
Good.
still give us clear focus on what our spring semester looks like.
Nice. That's okay. I found I like that 2027 with I love that idea. It's different, it's unique, and I love that women's college soccer is going that way, and I hope the men kind of do that as well.
I mean, imagine we're talking, we're on the road in 2027 at BYU for that, but imagine in 28 or 29 and we're hosting that, and
Yeah.
you can count on the first week of that season
Yep.
as a Michigan resident coming midweek when you're not at the lakes
Yep.
and doing your summer stuff, come down to DeMartin Stadium and see us as a national power competing against other national powers
Yeah.
in person right here in East Lansing. So
Yeah.
really cool opportunity, I think, that we're all very excited about.